ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। 52 विविक्तसेवी लघ्वाशी
विविधदेशी लड्वासी
यतवाक्कायमानसः
यदवाक्कायमानसः
ध्यानयोगपरो नित्यम्
ध्यानयोगपरो नित्यम्
वैराग्यं समुपाश्रितः
वैराग्यं समुपाश्रितः
अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पम्
अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं
कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहम्
कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहम्
विमुच्य निर्ममः शान्तः
विमुच्य निर्ममः शान्तः
ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते।
ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते
ब्रह्मभूतः प्रसन्नात्मा
ब्रह्मभूतः प्रसन्नात्मा
न शोचति न काङ्क्षति
न शोचति न काङ्क्षति
समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु
समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु
मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम्।
मद्भक्तिं लभते परान्
भक्त्या मामभिजानाति
भक्त्या मामभिजानाति
यावान् यश्चास्मि तत्त्वतः
यावान् यच्चास्मि तत्त्वतः
ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा
ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा
विशते तदनन्तरम्।
विशते तदनन्तरम्
सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा
सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा
कुर्वाणो मद्व्यपाश्रयः
कुर्वाणो मद्व्यपाश्रयः
मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति
मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति
शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम्।
शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम्
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः
बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित्य
बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित्य
मच्चित्तः सततं भव.
मच्चित्तः सततं भव.
Yeah. So 56 onwards, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is again coming back to Karma Yoga. As Karma Yoga is simply stated, but has to be restated. Simply saying Ishwararpana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi, very two main elements, but it has to be said again, it has to be mulled over again, it has to be thought over, it has to be implemented. Because attitude, people say, in fact, they used to say it, oh, your state of mind is what happens to you, which is 10%, but only how you respond to it, your attitude to it is 90%. Something like that. Some statements I've read before. So how you respond to situations is so important. It's not a difficult thing to appreciate. But we have to stretch it all the way, because there is no secular karma yoga. You have to bring Ishvara into the picture and Mahavakyam into the picture. And so for us, karma yoga is crucial. It's crucial. It has to be implemented every minute of the day. So here he is saying in 57, in 56, he says it's so important that Abhyayam Padam Avapnoti. Abhyayam Padam. So that Moksha Padam, it's essential. A Karma Yogi is as good as a Jnani. Okay, maybe not a Jnani, but as good as a Jnani. You just have to take a few more steps after that. The Jnanam is easy. Karma Yoga is where some assimilation is required, some practice is required, constant. We call it. See, Jnanam is Moola Avidya Nivritti. Moola Avidya is there. Fundamental ignorance. What is fundamental ignorance? Ignorance of the self is there. That is Moola Vidya. But Moola Vidya Nivritti is, once the person is prepared, it's easy to get. Then what happens? The life has to be led, continue to be led. Because Jnani also has a body. Jnani also is going to have all kinds of physical problems. Mental problems need not be there. That is the whole point here. And so physical problems we have to deal with. And problems of society will be there, problems of other things will be there. So then what do you do? Jnani also has to deal with that. And so Jnani also has to entertain prasada buddhi. It will be automatic for the person. But must practice, must have been a karma yogi for some time. And so here we saw this last time. Mayi sanyasya matparaha chetasa sarva karmani. Sarva karmani chetasa. We talked last time about Ishwararpana buddhi, how we should invoke it on a daily basis. And that's why it is all the things we did as children are very useful, like puja and so forth. And I used to chant some shlokas, but never really did puja per se. Per se. And so I started doing puja only recently, only 20 years back or something, I started doing. Alone, sitting by myself, I used to do puja. Dakshinamurti puja, I used to do. Used to take 15, 20 minutes. And Ashtottara Namavali, I used to chant. Every day I used to do. And then in the US, just like that, you can't get flowers. And so I used to get flowers someday. But then I had purchased, then what I did, somebody told me an idea. You have the silver flowers, silver, small silver lotus or something you can get in any store. And so 108 of them I purchased. So I still have it. And so I used to do that. And then afterwards, you can reuse those flowers. So those are all useful things. And then you offering, offering, offering of thanks, offering of thanks. Today was a good day. I'm going to do I'm going to thank you 108 times because today was a good day. How about that? I think that's a good practice. That's all. You had a good day. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And so, because tomorrow I don't know how it's going to be. So today I want to clear my accounts right now. So like that, we have to practice. And so Ishwararpana Buddhi we talked about last time. Prasada Buddhi. Prasada Buddhi. One good way to appreciate this prasada, the attitude of acceptance, attitude of cheerful acceptance. Initially acceptance with a grudge. Then slowly, chalega, kya karenge? Then afterwards, hey, afterwards, you know what? This karma that is I'm getting, karma phalam that I'm experiencing now, it is all created by me only. It is not God. God is Ishvara is karma phala data, all right. But who created the karma which created that karma phalam? That account belongs to me only. Ishvara is just handing over like a postman. You can't blame the postman for giving you the utility bill, you know. Your insurance bills and all are coming home. And so you can't blame the mailman for that, mail person, you know. It's all you created by you only. And so I created all this. So I have to experience it. I think it's not a big secret here. Everybody has a bank account and we have to what do you call, exhaust it. And so, therefore, when I have that revelation, then suddenly what happens? Then you feel, oh, okay, then that's fine. I'll happily take it. Karmakshaya is happening. Karmakshaya is happening. And so then what happens? Prasada Buddhi will really flower into our lives. People may start saying also, what is this? You're not showing any emotion. People want to see emotion in your face. Otherwise, they don't like a stone face, you know. They want to see some sadness you have to show, you have to cry, something you have to do. Only then you're there, you're living. Otherwise, you're not living. So Samatvam Yoga Uchyate and all he had already introduced long ago. Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. So all that has to be that Buddhi Yogam Ashritya, Karma Yogam Ashritya. We saw that last time. And so, and then we also saw Karmanyeva Adhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. So I think it is there in the blood of every Indian. No Indian will be shocked to hear the shloka, Karmanyeva Adhikaras. Because that is there. It has to be there. Just a little, you have to scratch the surface a little bit. And so, Sarva Karmani, Mayi Sanyasya. Okay. Sanyasya. So not sannyasam svikritya. Sannyasa is not in question because karma yoga only we are talking about. Not a jnani. Only a jnani can say, can I take to sannyasa or not? Okay, sometimes karma yogis can. But by here sannyasya, giving, offering. Like in puja you offer. Like in dhanam you offer. You offer and you forget about it. Say, this is my offering. Like that sannyasya, offer kritva, datva, pradatva. And karma itself becomes an offering. Yeah, I wanted to mention that word. Chetasa. Chetasa. That word is important. Previously, pushpena, phalena, vivida phalena. Previously, all the naivedyam, everything I'm offering. Now he's saying, no, no, Chetasa. Chetasa means what? Kayena vacha manasa. Not kayena. not by offering bhajans and mantras. That is vacha, chetasa. Means it's right here. As and when I'm doing, it becomes the doing itself becomes an offering. Just convert the action into an offering. Convert an action into naivedyam. Chetasa. Look at that. Previously also he had said Adhyatma Chetasa. Adhyatma Chetasa. So with that offering to the one who is really not separate from me. Okay, that's powerful even. And so mat paraha. Paraha, commitment. Mat paraha, the one being the one who is committed to me, with a commitment to me. Commitment to me is literal meaning. Commitment to me means commitment to this jnanam, to moksha. First of all, moksha must be there. There is something called moksha must be there. So I'm now shifting from dharmartha kama to moksha. After some time, there is no doubt at all. Dharma, artha, and kama will become less and less big in our lives. It'll be there. You can't live without dharma, without kama, you can't live. If it is sweltering heat, you have to seek protection. In fact, people will say, why are you not standing in the shade? You can't just, subject your body to all kinds of torture. Krishna never talks about torture in this. Discipline is there. Discipline is not torture. Discipline is a way to make ourselves emotionally stronger. That's what it is. Tapas, etc. And so, but our comics, this Amar Chitrakatha, how can you are the editor of Amar Chitrakatha? How will you show tapas? You tell me. It's all picture. It's all picture. Every one page will have some six or eight or something pictures packed like this. Packed two in a column, in a page. How will you show tapas? He did tapas. Dhruva did tapas. How do you know what?
Closing
How do you
line.
know? Yeah, you have to show some physical thing only you can't show. Mental you can't show. Physical only it has to be. So standing on one leg. Dhruva himself stood on one leg. Can't you stand on one leg? Oh, this tapas and all is not for me. That's what you'll conclude. So, okay, so that's that. So matparaha, moksha pradanaha, moksha paraha, jnana paraha, antakarna shuddhi paraha. That is the meaning of matparaha because eventually I and you are not going to be different. Therefore, so that clarity, may I be committed or may you be committed. He says, Krishna says, Satatam machittaha bhava. I think the word machittaha comes in the previous shloka itself. No, it's going to come in the next shloka. Next shloka starts with the word machittaha. So machittaha bhava. Literal meaning. With me in your mind always. With me in your mind always. That's why religious life is so important. Religious life is very important. A religious person need not be told these things. And of course, the person has to say, but here with a different vision, not with a Dvaita Buddhi, and not with the Buddhi that somehow God is going to take care of me somewhere. In earth, he's abandoned earth. God has abandoned earth, correct? Because he's sitting somewhere else and he's left me to my devices. And I have to go to here, there, and I have to struggle with all kinds of problems. So the best way is to me also to run away from earth, and God is going to help me with that, and He's going to take care of me after my death. That's a childish idea. So why not be free here itself? Somebody asks, what answer can we give? Somebody suddenly asks, why should I die in order to be happy? Please tell me. Well, somebody asks, I want to be happy now. Yes. So that's the idea. And so that so machittaha. We've seen this word machittaha before also, I think.
10.9.
Huh?
10.9.
10.9.
Machita, Madgata, Prartha.
Correct. Correct. Madgata etc. is there. Madgataha, etc. 614 also.
Prana.
Madgata prana. Prashantatma vigata bhihi brahmachari vrate sthitaha manas samyamya machittaha. 614. 614 also is there. Yukta asita matparaha. There are machittaha comes, matparaha also comes there. So that is how it goes. So let's translate this shloka, number 57. Keeping me as the ultimate goal. Keeping me as the ultimate goal. And mentally dedicating all actions to me. Keeping me as the ultimate goal and mentally dedicating all actions unto me by resorting to karma yoga. May you remain with your mind fixed on me at all times. May you remain with your mind fixed on me at all the times, or all the time. So let's look at it. Keeping me as the ultimate goal and mentally dedicating all actions unto me by resorting to karma yoga, comma, may you remain with your mind fixed on me all the time. Next shloka. Premaji, if you can unmute yourself. Machitta sarvadurgani
Machchitta sarvadurgani
mat prasadat
matprasada
mat prasadat tarishyasi
matprasada tarishyasi
atha chettvamahankarat
atha chettvamahankarat
na shroshyasi vinakshyasi.
na shroshyasi vinaksyasi.
Yeah. Machitta sarvadurgani
Machchitta sarvadurgani
mat prasadat tarishyasi
matprasada tarishyasi
atha chettvamahankarat
atha chettvamahankarat
na shroshyasi vinakshyasi.
na shroshyasi vinaksyasi.
So he's telling, if I invoke this kind of attitude, then what will happen to me? What can I get? What will happen to me? Sarva Durgani Tarishyasi, he says. Tarishyasi, you will cross over. Tairna, swim over. This is a constant usage all the time. Samsara is an ocean and you have to swim. We are all swimming, supposedly, right? That's the imagery. So Tarishyasi, you will cross over. You will swim over easily. And whichever way, they have different swimming styles. Whatever style belongs to you, which is Swabhavajam, we saw earlier, right? So like that, you will, breaststroke and this and all, they have all these things. So, what will you swim over? Sarva Durgani. Durgani. Durga, very beautiful word. A mountain is called also Durga. Okay. Kena gacchati iti Durga. Kena gacchati. Very difficult. It moves with a lot of difficulty, it seems. A mountain. Dukkena gacchati. In other words, mountain doesn't move. That's the idea. And so Durga is called so Chitra Durga, like Fort Lal they have, Durga. So fort also sometimes Durga. It's meant to just fortify, just solidify the position. So that's called Durga. All right. But Durga here means what? Dukkena gamyate. That which is accomplished with difficulty. Means what? Difficulty itself. Difficulty itself, kena gamyate. That which is approached with difficulty. Means obstacles, difficulties that come our way. Is called Durga here. So, Sarva Durgani Tarishyasi. You cross over all difficulties. That means what? Krishna is saying difficulties will continue to be there. I have no control over that. I can't simply just, oh, tathastu, you forever free, no more arthritis, no more this and that. Your hair will be full of jet black hair on the head. No, I can't do all that. There is a law. I am the law, but I can't decide. Okay, so Durgani. So that's the key there. So don't worry, there will be ups and downs. But what you need is how to calmly deal with all these situations. That's what you need, really speaking. And Swamiji is saying, when we do things, see, we need a calm mind. And learning requires a calm mind. Whatever we learn, whatever new thing we want to do, accomplish, requires a calm mind, a mind that can think through all the pros and cons and accept suggestions and look for new things, etc., new ways of doing. And so that requires a calm mind. Only a calm mind can assess properly, pro and con. Can you understand? And we make mistakes. And when we make mistakes, we must have a calm mind to be able to recognize the mistake and correct it. Okay. Swamiji says, God doesn't make mistakes. But a human being, you and I can make a mistake. So we have the freedom to make mistakes. That freedom even God does not have. So we are privileged people. We are strong. We are better than God. That's what he's saying. And we can even repeat mistakes. To err is human. But then to repeatedly err is what? Hey, repeatedly err is not acceptable. You have to at least accept that you're making a mistake and make corrections. Course corrections you have to make. Nobody will accept it. And so, how many times I told you? Like that they will say, you hear all these things in the houses. How many times I told you means what? We have to listen to people. So here, what is the point? The point is, only by making mistakes, we learn. 1 minute. So mistakes are the only time when we can learn. Mistakes and sadness, difficulties. Nobody, when they are having ice cream, you all are sitting and having ice cream, enjoying ice cream. Is there anything we learn by when you have ice cream? All learning stops. It's all pure karma only. And so you talk about something or the other. Then later on, doctor says your sugar is 350 and this HbA1c is so high. Then only this, what doctor, what does it mean? What does it mean? This guy doesn't even know the sugar. There's such a test he has not done before. Then sugar test. Then numbers are there. He has no idea. 350 or 400 or 100. How does it matter? No. So now then only learning starts. Then he starts Googling. Googling. Why? Doesn't Google when he's having ice cream. Only after all these problems are there and all these toes and all start becoming numb. Then he decides, oh, numbness also. Ice cream creates numbness. I didn't know that. Yeah. So anything is possible. And so painful experiences is what makes us ask questions and makes us more mature. And so these grahas, we have these grahas, Shani Graha, etc. Guru. And Shani gives difficulty. Shani is a problem. All the time he creates problems. Everybody is afraid of Shani. That's why they also worship Shani. Because you have to keep him in good humor, only then he will protect us. And so Swami said something. I didn't know that. We knew it somehow, but it seems these astrologers, they say this Shani, etc., are called Jnana Karakas. Jnana Karakas. Means what? They are the ones who give jnanam to you. What is the connection? I'm come here for dukkha nivritti. I don't need any knowledge and all. I just need freedom from dukkha. Yeah. So they go hand in hand. Okay. Guru. Guru also. Guru gives jnanam. But these people who gain jnanam, they have to put up with a lot of difficulty. It just keeps on coming. So I think that's why they say in stories and all, sannyasis can take a lot of dukkha. Out of dukkha. So you go there, they can absorb your sorrow also. They can absorb your sorrow. Means what? It means that, hey, that's the power. That's the power of knowledge. And only knowledge has the capacity to completely absorb dukkha. Dukkha is there, and but the right attitude can completely neutralize the dukkha. Okay? So, that he said that earlier also. Yeshate bihita sankhye buddhir yoge trimam shrunu. I told you Jnana Yoga. Now Buddhi Yoga, you please listen. 239 or something we saw last class. Yaya, Buddhya Yaya Partha Karma Bandham Prahasyasi. What a strong word it is. Why is it important? Because, okay, Jnanam, you keep it aside for now. This Atma, Najayate, Mriyate, etc., keep it aside for now. I'm going to tell you about just how to lead your life, how to invoke a good attitude. And why is that important? Karma bandham prahasyasi. Because karma's nature is to bind. Karma bandham. Karma will bind. Why? What do you mean by karma binds? Hey, that is because I do karma because I have my eyesight on karma phalam. And karma phalam is there. So it makes me do the karma. I will need it. If I don't get what I want, I'm going to be depressed. Therefore, I'm bound. I'm in this chakra. I can only be in this chakra. And only jnanam can take me out of this chakra. So there itself he has said, karma bandham prahasyasi. What do you call it? Prahasyasi. It just beheads, just chops off bandha. Right there. Karma yoga gets that kind of a status. So he's talking about that also here. So machittaha, same word he has used here also. Sarva durgani tarishyasi. You will cross. You will overcome all obstacles. Mat prasadat. Mat prasadat. Because overcoming, you don't overcome obstacles. You make an effort, but the result is an overcoming of the obstacle. The result doesn't belong to you. You know that because you have prasada buddhi. Therefore, Ishvara has to be there. Magically, things won't happen. But sometimes it seems to happen to us, like our Vasudeva took the Krishna on his head, the baby Krishna, and he was walking. All rain and all just stopped. It was flooding everywhere, but only the Krishna never rained. But for us, it won't happen like that. And so Mat Prasadat, that is Ishvara Bhagavan. Here, Mat Prasadat, Mat Anugrahat. And so, Atha, now, next line is very interesting. Having said this, now he is giving a caution, he is giving a warning. Warning. Atha, on the other hand, Nashroshyasi ched, if you will not listen to me, this is typically a teacher telling a student, if you don't listen to me. Teachers are tempted to do some scolding. I don't know, subconsciously, I may also be doing it. If I do it, you can excuse me. But it's nice to blame teachers here. So, if you, on the other hand, if you, keeping this forefinger raised like this, the way is, what will happen to you? So, he's saying exactly the same thing. Nashroshasi chet, pure, simple Sanskrit it is. If you're not going to listen to me, Tvam, if you also, forefinger also is pointing at Arjuna like this. Tvam, you, ahankarat. Ahankarat. Why you won't listen to me? Because of your ahankara only. Because you're thinking, is this really true? Is this right? Ankara is there. So doctor says something. Then in the back of the mind you think, can this be really true? Because these days Google is there, 1mg.com is there, medicine, anything you can research. Everything you can research. And if you don't know some term, yesterday doctor told me something called DIC. So he explained it. This doctor is good. He explained it. Possibilities. All possibilities are like this thing, and then this medicine will do that, etc. So ahankara is there because accepting other people is not easy. For a thinking person, it is not easy, especially. And so, Arjuna being such a person, if you don't, ahankara, if you don't listen to me, then what? Vinangshyasi. Vinangshyasi is the future tense of vinashyati. Vinashyati. You will perish. What a word it is. You will perish. Can Krishna say something like this to Arjuna? You will perish. Perish obviously does not mean physical destruction or anything like that. Will perish means the purpose of human life will not be obtained. Vinashyati. Vinashyati. What comes in? Purpose of human life will not be gained. Means does it ring a bell? Does any of you? Maybe difficult for you. Kenopanishad, there is a mantra. Okay. Ihachedavedi ata satyamasti nachediha vedit mahati vinashtihi. I had mentioned it few times. Okay. Ihached avedit. Ihached. In this life, human life, if you come to know avedit, if you come to know what? Yourself. What else is there to know? Significant. This is the only significant. The significant other is there. Okay, significant other, let it be there. But significant self is there. Ihached avedit. Then what happens? Ata satyamasti. This is a Kenopanishad statement. Ata satyamasti. Then satyam. Then only there is truth. Means what? Then only my life has gained fulfillment. Because only the human mind can ask, who am I? Can ask why why I am suffering. What is the cause for my suffering? Only the human mind can ask. And only human mind can say, there must be a solution to this suffering. That conviction has to be there. Okay, because the mind says, yeah, everybody is suffering, I am also suffering, but I'm missing something. Ata satyam asti. Then nachediha vedit. So no, if not, if I don't come to know what the truth, then what happens? Mahati vinashtihi. Mahati vinashtihi. Great loss it is. It's a great loss for the human being. And so that's what comes to my mind when I hear this word vinangshyasi. And so sitting in Rishikesh, instead of being in Kurukshetra, you'll become an emotional wreck shortly. And I'm going to explain that in the next shloka. Like that, he is concluding this shloka. Okay. So just okay. Atha ched tvam ahankarat na. Again, na is also there. A lot of words stuck together. Okay, so let's look at the translation. Being one whose mind, being one whose mind is always in me. You will cross all difficulties. You will cross all difficulties because of my grace. Which is Swamiji's translation. Full stop. Being one whose mind is always in me, you will cross all difficulties because of my grace. If, because of egotism, if because of egotism, you do not listen to me, you will perish. If because of egotism, you do not listen to me, you will perish. Being one whose mind is always in me, you will cross all difficulties because of my grace. Full stop. If because of egotism, you do not listen to me, you will perish. Okay. यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
मिथ्यैष व्यवसायस्ते
एष व्यवसायस्ते
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति
यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
मिथ्यैश्च व्यवसायस्ते
एष व्यवसायस्ते
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति.
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति.
So now Krishna is elaborating on the word vinangshyati of the previous sloka. He used a strong word. You will perish is a very strong word. It's not difficult to follow. See, you are a Kshatriya. You're a Kshatriya. You are built to be in war like this. And you came prepared. You're not a clumsy guy. Your weapons are all sharp, your powder is dry, and everything is shining, and you're all ready to go. And even when you started, you told me to go, show me the army. I'm your charioteer. Show me the army. And the army is visible right in front of your eyes. But I want to specifically see who are the people, because it's a big, really an army of people. You know, that's how I guess we hear the word army of people, army of whatever. So this is how you started. So I know you are fit for war. People also know you are the person to lead. You are the leader. Everything is there. And now you are saying, and then itself you said, Moham. What did he say? Gandivam samsate hastat. Then later on in 12, in the second chapter, in the 7th or 8th verse, something comes, no? What does he say? Says, कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेताः धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता what stopped you from war is dharma sammudha. So you're not afraid of the war, but you're confused. Dharma sammudha, you admitted that. You admitted that. Yat shreyah syan nishchitam bruhis tanme. Really speaking, yat shreyah, what is the right thing for me to do? You please tell me. That's what he said. Yeah, I don't think he's even asking for, like that student in Kenopanishad. Keneshitam padati preshitam manaha. What is somebody there behind the mind? What kind of question is that? Which student is going to ask questions like this? Is somebody there behind the mind? Is that a question we ask our Swamijis? We will ask, my daughter is getting married, not getting married, son is getting married, not getting married. These are the questions that are there in our mind. I mean, they're all important questions, no doubt. But this guy is also, I don't think he's asking for, this word Shreyas is used. But because of the way Krishna responds, we have to take Shreyas as the Shreyas versus Preyas. And so that being the case, you're saying you want to walk away from this war. What will you do when you walk away from this war? Because you can't go back. You can't go back to your where you were. You have to just, he said, I'm going to give up everything and go. So you're going to go. Where you'd go? Some places in India where such people are hanging around. And so Rishikesh is a place where you can go. Places like that. You can just be by yourself. Rishikesh, one good thing is nobody will ask you anything. Just make a little hut or something and you can, nobody will ask you. And you can get food and you can survive. But then people know you. You are a famous guy. Even if you grow a beard, they will recognize you. Are aap Arjun hai na? Are ye to Arjun hai na? Hai ki nahi? Hey, this guy who ran away from war, you're sitting here, who ran away from war. All the great deeds of Arjuna, fought with Shiva and all forgotten. Completely gone down the drain. This is a guy who ran away from war. This is how they're going to talk about you. You can't sit quietly there. Okay, even if you're bird, you've been successful in masking your identity with a beard, because you will have to do that. Otherwise, people will come and they'll talk. Okay, they'll talk. Otherwise, what will you do? Swami gives methods. Our Swamis are very good at giving examples in these matters because they have seen life in Rishikesh. You and I may not have seen, but they have seen life in Rishikesh. And this guy is a Kshatriya, Rajo Guna Pradhanaha. You can't sit like this and meditate and study and all that. Not possible. So he will start Sannyasi Welfare Association, Swamiji says. Sannyasi Welfare Association, because I see opportunities. So many opportunities are there. And I'm built for it. I'm built for bringing change to society. And so I'm protecting India, I can do protecting sannyasis also. I can easily do. What is the small thing, piece of cake it is. And so Sannyasi Welfare Association. Then what will happen? Then welfare and all we talk, and then so many meetings are held, and then finally the government is not listening.
Sangeeta ji, keeping on unmuting.
Government is not responding. Chalo, Delhi chalo. Delhi chalo. So then headline newspapers, this sannyasis in Rishikesh, they're having a padayatra to Delhi to demand so many. 10-point demand will be there. This is what this fellow, who is the leader? Arjuna will be the leader. The obvious leader is. And so this is what Krishna is going to say here. Right here, he's saying that. Yad ahankaram ashritya, ahankaram ashritya, same words he's using. Okay, ahankaram ashritya, nayotsye also we saw somewhere. Nayotsye iti govindam tushnim babuvaha. Does that ring a bell? I think the word yotsye.
Govindam uktva tushnim babhuvaha.
Nayotsye.
Evam uktva, yeah.
Ah.
Ukva Rishikesham Gudakeshaf Parantapa Nayotsa iti Govindam Uktva Tushnim Babhuvaha.
That's it. Same Yotse. Na Yotse. There it is. Na Yotse. I think 2:9 it must be, I think. Because in between there is one shloka. Sanjay comes and says, I think. So, na Yotse. I'm not going to fight. Na
The very
Yotse.
first shloka, no? Samaveta Yutsava. The very first shloka where we start Dhritarashtra Vach.
there
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsava.
also. No, I'm looking for the word Yotse.
Yotse.
I'm looking for the word Yotse. It comes in 2:9. 2:9, I think. Must be 2:9. Calculation is correct. It has to be 2:9. Correct.
Yes,
It's
it is 2:9.
2:9. Yeah. Yotse. Na Yotse. Same word comes here. Na Yotse. And so if you are going to conclude that I am not going to fight, na Yotse iti manyase ahankarat. Okay. Then what will happen? Yeshaha vyavasayaha mithya. Te, your, yeshaha te vyavasayaha. This conclusion of yours, this decision of yours, this resolve of yours, okay, what kind of resolve it will be? It will be mithya. Mithya means what? Not satyam mithya. It is false. It is illogical. It is a big mistake. It will be a mistake. Minimum mistake. Big mistake. Because Vinashyati said earlier, big mistake it will be. Because you will go to Rishikesh and do these kinds of things. Rishikesh is not meant for all these things. Because the place and all may not be clean. You may wonder, what is this city government is not doing and all. Those ideas you will start getting. And that's not why people go to Rishikesh. You will become okay. Why do I say that you're going to do all these things? Prakritihi tvam niyokshyati. Tvam prakritihi niyokshyati. Prakritihi, one's nature. Sattva-guna pradhanah va, rajoguna pradhanah va, tamoguna pradhanah va, visadaste. Chaturvanyam maya srishtam, gunakarma vibhagashaha, long ago we saw it. So based on what it is, a teacher can't be made to do physical jobs. And a guy who's going to war, who's built for war, can't be made to teach children. It can't work. It won't work. It's a mismatch, complete mismatch. Okay. And so, that's what he's saying here. It is a total mismatch. Prakritihi tvam niyokshyati. That your own nature will come back and haunt you and poke you, keep on prodding you. What are you doing sitting here? Niyokshyati. That's what he's saying here. That's what he's saying. Which is true. Even for us also, it's true. Don't think Arjuna only. People say we should go to the ashram. 1 week camp. 1 week camp. After 2 days, they'll be wondering why this ashram has no TV. Why this ashram has no television. Previously, he filled up the form, registration form for the camp. Oh, I'm interested in our Shastram, our Sanskrit, and we everything is in Sanskrit. I don't know any Sanskrit. I think it's time for me to learn. Everything he said, I want a quiet place to learn. I know ashrams are the best place to learn. And you come after 2 days, he's asking where is TV, and he's beginning to praise Chennai. Chennai is a great place. Until then, he hated Chennai, and he wanted to go to an ashram. Suddenly, Chennai is a very beautiful place. This is our fate, okay? And so, what to talk of Rishikesh and all? Rishikesh will be a big trap because you can't. And so, therefore, Mithya Eshaha Yavasayaha Te Prakritihi Tvam Niyokshyati. Very straightforward here it is. Okay, that's it. And so let's look at the translation here. Resorting to egotism. Okay, resorting to egotism. If you think I won't fight, within quotation, I won't fight. Because that Yotse is Uttama Purusha, you know. Yotse is in quotes. Is I won't fight. If you think I won't fight, comma, such a resolve of yours will be in vain.
Okay, man. Okay, man.
Ramoji, please mute yourself. Will be in vain, and your nature will compel you to act. Your nature will compel you to act. Okay, let's repeat that. We have written it down. Resorting to egotism, if you think I won't fight or I will not fight, such a resolve of yours will be in vain, and your nature will compel you to act. To act within parenthesis.
What is the word vyavasaya?
Yeah, Vyavsayaha. Your conclusion, your determination, your what did we say here?
Resolve, right?
Resolve. Your okay. Finally, it's your choice. You know, you decide what you want to do. Your decision. That's called Vyavasayaha here.
So in this translation, if you think, is that
No. In this translation, Manya
such
says,
a resolve, such a resolve?
yeah, Vyavasayaha is resolve. Te Vyavasayaha.
Nishchaya.
Okay.
Nishchaya.
Yeah, Te Vyavasayaha. Te Nishchayaha. Your resolve. Yeah, Nishchayaha is also good. Okay, got it? We'll conclude that. Om Apadamapahārtāram Dātāram Sarvasampadām Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Desho Yam Kshobarahitah Brahmanas Santu Nirbhayaah Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om
धन्यवाद.